Hey guys, Alyssa J here, and this video is going to be about why the mainstream radio needs to play artists like 21 Pilots, All Time Low, etc. One of my local mainstream radios is called Q1073, and they actually do play 21 Pilots, but very, very, very rarely do they do it. I actually wrote them this really, really long paragraph about why they need to, so I'll tell you guys why too. So, as a struggling pop-punk acoustic artist myself, I know very well that we need Airplay just as much as Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, and all these other artists do. Like, if they would play 21 Pilots, All Time Low, Tonight Alive, etc. as much as they play artists like Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, Selena Gomez, etc., then people in my scene and in that music scene would be so much more successful. 21 Pilots just hit 1 million followers on Instagram, which is huge. Actually, it's really, really amazing that they did that. I know Tonight Live's still struggling to get to 1 million, and I'll link all these pages. Well, I won't link them, but yeah, I'll link them. I'll link them down below in the description. But really, artists that don't get play on the radio aren't as successful. They're successful, just not as successful. Framing Hanley is one of my favorite artists. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite artists. And they recently broke up, but like, they had a farewell show in Nashville, and I was able to buy a ticket because they weren't sold out, and that tells me something. That tells me that they're not as big as they should have been. I tried to go to a Tonight Alive show last year with my dad, and he waited so long to buy tickets that they were sold out, but they were also with Mayday Parade, so that's actually one of the reasons I think that it was sold out, because they were with Mayday Parade, a band that is a lot bigger than they are in America, because they are American, unlike Tonight Live, who are Australians. But even Australian bands get airplay. Even Australian artists get airplay. Even Australian artists are famous. Like, I can't think of her name, but that girl on the girl on The Fosters, that's Callie. Callie is actually Australian. The girl that plays her is really Australian. And Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's right. She's Australian. Tonight Live, of course, is Australian. I really cannot think of that many Australian artists that are big. I know the UK has a lot, like Ed Sheeran and Ellie Goulding and people to that extent. Coldplay is actually British. Fun fact. They all went to Oxford, but yet they still use improper grammar. But like, I really don't understand why it should be such a struggle to be on the radio. If you're an artist, you should be on the radio just as much as another artist. Rock stations play it. I've heard 21 Pilots on rock station before. Just once though. But like, if you look at artists that are on the radio, it's the same ones that have been on the radio for so long. Nothing more. They had a song that got them some airplay called This Is the Time, or It's the Time, Ballast. And so I heard that song and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, so I'm going to look into more of their songs. And I heard Jenny, and that song really reaches me, and you know, I've been listening to it forever, and it's on the radio, and they're like, new stuff from Nothing More, and I'm like, no, that's not new at all. It's been there for a long time. You just haven't paid any attention to it. That's what the radio does. They disregard a lot of artists and their music. That's why a lot of the best songs that bands have are not